So the other day it reached till here and it was almost about to go. And just then, two phrases, tell me and talk to me, reduced 90% of that burden. I am so grateful. But a few days later, it was the same thing again and it went back to square one. And this time, I needed a solution. Are you also feeling overwhelmed in this lockdown? Doing a lot of things, having to do a lot of things, juggling between different things. Um, Even I'm in the same boat. Okay, so there are certain kind of people who are bored because of being in this lockdown, and then there are certain people who are bored of exhaustion, of not being able to do the things they are supposed to be doing it. So I fall in the latter category. Okay, and here I am not ranting about my stories, but I'm here to share with you what really worked for me. So I kept, watching a lot of videos. I just kept reading because I really needed a solution. And so today I'm going to tell you three things what helped me. Okay, so the first one is people suggested, a routine, like, having a timetable, and, that's how you will be able to manage your time better, be more efficient. So 100, that is true. Okay, it actually helps, your efficiency levels. But what happens is that these routines, these timetables, the negative side is that it really, it pinpoints, it tells you that, okay, you're supposed to do this, you did not do this, what are you doing? Okay, and for someone who's not used to routine, someone who's doing it for the first time, or someone who has done it and then there has been a break, getting back to it at once can be really difficult. Okay, see, I used to do a routine, I used to do timely routines during my study days, and that time it used to go well. I mean, there were ups and downs, but I was able to manage it at that point of time. But this time it was getting a little difficult, and it was getting to me because during my studies it was just study time, and now I have like this time where I want to do all the things which I haven't been able to do. So I want to make the best utilization of this time, and it was really getting to me. So what I did was I did the reverse thing. Okay, rather than telling what all I'm supposed to do, I took out my journal, and on the right hand side I wrote what did I do today. So that is what I started writing out, like, okay, what did I do today? I woke up in the morning, I drink this turmeric pepper honey thing, and then I do exercises, then I go water the garden, then I make breakfast, I cook, then maybe I do some work, and then cook again, and then talk to my friends or families, and vagera vagera. So I write all of that down, and rather than feeling that you've not done anything at all, the fact that you've actually done something, you really feel proud of. Okay, because sometimes some things take time, and sometimes you'll be like, where did all that time go? That's why it is necessary to actually write down what you have done. And anything, like, even you exercise, you dance, you play with your family, anything, write it down so okay, fine, so this is where my time went. Okay, so that is like, you're patting yourself, okay, you've done this, good. Now the next step is, like, the night before, what I do is I write, okay, what I'm supposed to be doing the next day, what I'm supposed to be doing the next day. And there, so as soon as I wake up, I know that, okay, these are the things I have to do, but I do not set any time. Okay, and slowly, you're able to know that, okay, because what happens is that when you just wake up, you'll be like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And your morning just goes away, just like that. So that time when you know that you have to do this, tuck tuck tuck, so it goes in with the flow. Okay, if you're comfortable with this, I would suggest after 2 weeks, start putting timelines. Put a time, like, okay, I'm supposed to be finishing this at least within this bracket. Do that just for the morning. A week later, you can do that for the morning and the afternoon. And 3 weeks later, you can do morning, afternoon, and evening. And by the end of the 4 weeks, just see your day 1 and your day 28. See how much you've been able to achieve, and you'll be so proud of yourself. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that slowly try to increase your productivity. Do not stop at it, but try to increase it. But go slowly. Start by appreciating yourself, and then start setting small timelines, small goals to help you. So that way your day will be better. Okay, you'll be able to manage a lot of things as well. It's not necessary you have to do only one thing, you can do multiple things. Okay, another thing also, you know you can pursue a lot of hobbies, or you can do courses, or you can do a lot of things these days. It gets really overwhelming. You can either do, I think mostly seen had suggested, you just take up one thing a day. That is actually good advice. Rather than doing everything today, do one thing a day. Let's say you want to try out one hobby, do that. But I would also suggest that some things you can't do it, like you can't complete it in a day, like if it is a course. So in that case, do it an hour a day. Okay, do not finish it all at a stretch. It can get really stressful. So do it an hour a day, and keep it, and to that same time come back again and again every day. So you're splitting the burden. Okay, so that was pretty much about it. Yeah. Okay, so that was the reverse approach what I was talking to you about. And okay, yeah, but definitely for all the lazy ones out there who's just so lazy to even take a pen and paper and write it out, I have another interesting approach for y'all, and this I had done it and it worked for me. So this is called as take it to the social media. Okay, and this is quite interesting because you get to connect with your friends and your families. What you do is here, so since you're lazy, so your small group of people know you, okay, and you, let's say cleaning the house or cooking is definitely like a big thing for them also, and for you. Okay, let's say you do it that day. So I would suggest just take a photo of it. If it's cleaning, do before and after so that they know the proof. And if it is cooking, show the photo of the dish and send it to them or post it. You see people actually responding to you, and they'll be like, did you seriously do that? And they would be quite surprised, and they would be quite happy also. And that way, when you keep doing that on a daily basis, you get that motivation to keep doing it. Okay, that actually really helps, because I tried it 2 years back, and this was for this was during my study time, when I had to wake up early in the morning. Like, I chose to wake up early, but I just could not. People know how bad I am with alarms. I mean, even today, like, I'm very bad with it. I just cannot wake up early. But that day I just suddenly woke up at 5:30 and I was so happy. I just took out my phone, clicked a photo and posted it with the time. Okay, I had to mention that. And I saw people responding to me, and they were like, you woke up at that time. And it was fun, and I started doing that daily. And I started putting motivational quotes, which actually helped me. Like, what I needed that day, I would put it up, and make sure that I woke up, and I would put the time and post it. So gradually I got to know that there was this group of people who were awake at that time, most of them who were studying. And we would talk to each other, good morning, study well, have a productive day. And I realized that they were telling me, your quotes, what you put it up on the day, it actually helps me also. And I realized that I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm helping this community also. And I realized that energy is contagious. That's so true. So what I would say is that if you're really struggling to really write it down, it's okay. It can get a little bit old school. Start with this, the photo one. It really helps. If no one is replying to you, you tag me or you send it to me. I'll still motivate you, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much about the first one. Okay, so the second one I want to talk to you about is about mindfulness. Okay, about being aware in a situation. Okay, so let's say now when you're watching me itself, or when you're cooking or cleaning or anything when you do, or in your earlier days when you were traveling, how many of you were actually present in that situation? Like, how many of you all were literally looking at your surroundings while traveling, or really listening to me right now when I'm talking, or cooking, as in, like, being in the moment? It's very few. Our focus levels have dropped drastically. We have a zillion thoughts going on in our mind. Okay, so today I want to ask you, try to be a little bit more mindful of what you are doing. Okay, of what you're doing. Like, for example, let's say take cooking for example. I think now many of us have gotten into cooking, and so that can be a good example for now. And so there's something which I observed. Okay, so when you cut ginger and garlic and you finally chop it and you keep it aside, in a few minutes there is this pungency which goes across the entire room, and it is like, it is, I mean, it's kind of mind boggling, right? Like, how is that even possible? Like, you just keep it and the smell just goes off. Even fresh herbs, you just cut it, and sometimes the fragrance fills the room. It has a lot to do with the quality, definitely. Okay, and when you drop the ginger and garlic into hot oil, that fragrance is heavenly. Don't you agree also? So so just be a little bit more mindful. These tiny tiny things, right? It actually fills you with happiness. um, Also, another thing is, yeah, the other day what was happening was I had to cut an onion, and I just took it, and I don't know why, but I just weirdly smelled it. Okay, I mean, it had the wrappings, and it was so strong, but just at the bottom, not at the top. And I was like, wow, I didn't even cut it. Just from the outside itself, I could feel how strong it was. Okay, disclaimer, I did this after I think about a week of buying the onions. It was clearly, yeah, a week. So my point is that the virus has died. Okay, so I'm not telling you to try it out immediately, but I'm just trying to tell you, these little things actually is something very different which we haven't really done. So be a little bit more mindful. Even when you're cleaning the house, after you have cleaned it, you can just feel how your feet are so squeaky, right? So yeah, my point is be mindful. Okay, then yeah, so what happens is that when you be a little mindful, the thing is, you just don't finish things for the, as in, you just don't like do things just for the sake of finishing it off. Then you do not really enjoy the process. So my point of telling be mindful is that also enjoy the process. Okay. Okay, now the last thing, we're coming to the end, and it is about yeah, correct. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I have to look there. Yeah, but it is about okay. The thing is, right now we want to do a lot of things. Either we are supposed to do some things, or we do not, or it's out of our own interest. Okay, and with a lot of things going on in YouTube, in our what our friends are doing, what celebrities are doing, each one of us will be like, okay, I want to try it out. It's a good thing to try it out. I think it's very good, to try something out new, but not at that level where you're doing something just because the other person has done. If that is an inspiration for you, fine, do it. But you should not be pressurized to do something. You get my point? See, what I'm trying to tell you is that be happy about doing it. Like, don't do just, okay, I have to show him, so do it. Because what happens is that you do not really be happy doing it, because you're doing just to show him, but do it because you want to try out something new, because you are excited trying out something new. So let that be the goal. Okay, but whereas there are things where you are supposed to do something when you just do not want to do it. Okay, like for example, studying for long hours is something which people do not want to do it, let's face it. But if you want to achieve that goal, you have to do it. Okay, so those things, do it. Okay, so know the balance is what I'm trying to say. So yep, I guess it's pretty much that. Okay, one more thing, last is a screen time. Okay, now what I have again noticed is that the days when you're too much glued into your cell phone, into your laptops, binge watching, or doing anything, or even working for that matter, your days become very, very mentally strained and stressed. Correct? I would suggest, keep a break. Like, have screen time, you watch, you do whatever you want to do, but also do something which is off the screen, like play board games with your family, play cards, go Okay, just look up at the sky outside your window at the sky. Do some exercises, really activities actually helps you out in reducing the stress levels. And talk to people also. Talk to your friends, again, only if you want to, like, talk to the ones whom you can connect to. Okay, so that's important, because I think we really need to have a good support system as well, not someone who will judge you with whatever you talk. So I would again suggest, because sometimes when your mind is very sensitive, you need to be really choosy in whom you talk to, because that can really affect your uh, mental mental stress. Yeah. Okay, so that's all, I'm done. And so just let me know if there was something else, what has worked for you and I'm not told here. Just let me know, and I would be happy to also try it out and see if it suits me as well. Thank you for watching.